Okay, hello everybody. So our topic for chapter 10 is all about exploring the world of computer networks, building blocks of connectivity. So for kung ano gini siya guys, introduction lang. So no need to worry because introduction lang ta, and when we talk about computer networks, it is on a separate course gid ninyo or separate na one semester gid siya kailangan tunan. Okay? So introduction lang. So for our objectives, we are going to gain a comprehensive understanding of an OSI model and its 7 layers, their functions and their importance in networking. And also we're going to explore the core concept of computer networks, their components, and their pivotal role in the modern technology. And we're also going to identify and explain the rules of essential network components such as routers, switches, hubs, and bridges, and distinguish between LAN, WAN, MAN, PAN network types, and comprehend their specific applications and characteristics. And we're also going to investigate the benefits of computer networks, covering aspects like improved communication, resource sharing, security, scalability, and cost efficiency. So what is an OSI model? So the operating systems interconnection or OSI model is a conceptual framework that describes the functions of a networking system. So this model is important in order for us to have this connectivity. So it divides the networking process into 7 layers, and each layers has own specific functions. And this is as the OSI model is the standard that is used to design, develop, and implement networking systems. So what are the different 7 layers? We have physical, data link, network layer, transport, session layer, presentation layer, and then the application layer. So what is the physical layer? In the physical layer, it is responsible for the physical transmission of data over a network. So it defines the physical characteristics of the network, such as the type of cable, the connectors, and then the signaling methods. So sa physical layer, gakahitabo unsaon pag-transmit ang data. Okay? And on the data link, this is responsible for the reliable delivery of data. So it provides error detection and correction as well as the flow control. For the network layer, it is responsible for routing data between different networks. And then for the transport is responsible for providing end-to-end communication between two applications. And then the session layer is for managing the communication between two applications. Si transport ha, providing end-to-end communication, si session managing the communication. And then the presentation layer is responsible for formatting and translating data between different applications. And then the application layer is responsible for providing services to applications. So it includes different protocols later on that we're going to discuss, the protocols for file transfer, email, and then the web browsing. Okay, so those are the different layers on an OSI model. So very important that you familiarize yourself with these layers. So this is the representation. The physical is we have optical fiber, UTP cables, routers, and hubs. Those are the different hardware devices that we're going to use. So data link is the Ethernet, point-to-point, switch, bridge, network, API, application programming interface. We also have sockets. Transport is we will be using these different protocols, transmission control protocol, diagram protocol, and the decision is kani sila IPv4, v6, Internet Control Message Protocol. These are again different protocols in order for us to like managing the data or transport the data. Transport session. Presentation then guys is the compression and encryption protocols, no? Secure socket layers, transport layers, security, secure shell protocols, and then last is the application. So we will not be able to discuss everything, no? Kana sila tanan. Again, general lang para na may idea sa inyo ang networking course is isaw na siya no pag-explain, and then the configuration wala na sa ato okay, so let's move on. what is a computer network? Okay, a computer network is a group of two or more computing devices, so a group of computers that are connected together to share resources and information. So the devices can be connected using a physical wires, such as Ethernet cables or fiber optics, or they can be connected wirelessly. And computer networks are used in the wide variety of settings, including businesses, your homes, your schools, governments, agencies, and they allows users to share files, printers, and other resources, as well as communicate with each other using email, instant messaging, and other applications. So what is a network components? Again, computer network will help us to like share our files. So what are the different components in a computer network? We have hardware. So the hardware components of a computer network are the physical devices that allow the network to function. So without these hardware devices, it's impossible to have this connectivity or function. No, dili ta maka-share of files or data. First is we have computer. So the computer on the network are the devices that users interact with. They can be desktop computers, laptops, tablets, or smartphones. And then we also have NIC. So the NICs or the network interface cards are devices that allow computers to connect to the network, and they are typically installed in the computer's motherboard. We also have this one, repeater. So the repeater is a network device that amplifies and retransmits a signal over a physical network medium. It is used to extend the reach of a network by regenerating the signal before it becomes too weak or corrupted to be received by the next device on the network. And repeaters operate at the physical layer of the OSI model. Okay? So sa physical siya na part. Si repeater. So you have Dion, they have well help now this device connects multiple devices together. So it acts as a central point for connection for all devices on the network. So when a device transmits data on a hub, the hub broadcasts the data to all other devices on the network, and hubs operate at the physical layer of the OSI model. So there are different types of hubs. We have the active hub, and then we also have the passive hub. So the active hub is a hub not only amplifies the signal, but also cleans it up before retransmitting, while the passive hub amplifies the signal and retransmit it. So it does not clean up the signal, so it can introduce errors into the network. See, active is it will helps the quality of the signal and reduce the risk of errors. So that is a hub na po ginatawag na bridge. So bridge is a network device that connects two or more networks. It operates at the data link layer of the OSI model. So the bridge can be used to segment a network into smaller subnetworks, or to connect two networks that use different protocols. So we have different types of bridge. We have this transparent, and we also have source routing bridge. So for a transparent bridge learns the MAC addresses of all devices on the networks that it connects, and this allow it to forward data packets to correct device without having to broadcast them to all devices on the network. And then source routing bridge, this is a source of routing bridge, uses the source MAC address and the data packet to determine how to forward it. And this type of bridge is often used in conjunction with routing protocols. So we'll not go deeper on the configuration, etc. Just get the idea lang na what a bridge is all about. So again, it helps you guys for our devices to connect. Okay, and it operates on the data link layer. And we also have this one, switch. So a switch in a bridge, hub, we have repeater, hub, bridge, we have the switch. This switch is a network device that connects, again, multiple devices together. It is similar to a hub, but it is more intelligent. Okay, a switch can learn the MAC address of all devices on the network and forward data packets to the intended recipient. and this reduces network traffic and improves performance, while switches operate at the data link layer of the OSI model. So very important good guys, you need to familiarize asa na siya nga device sa OSI model ga work, okay? Or asa na siya dapit sa OSI model. We also have the routers. I think this one is very common, no? You guys have seen or have heard what a router is all about. This is a network device that connects two or more networks. It operates at the network layer of the OSM model, and a router can be used to connect networks that use different protocols or to connect to the internet. So routers can also be used to route traffic between different networks based on the IP addresses of the devices on the networks. So, kana siya. And then we also have gateway. A gateway is a network device that connects two networks that use different protocols. It operates at the application layer of the OSM model, and then a gateway can be used to translate data between two protocols or to provide other devices such as security or authentication. And napod tayo ginatawag nga router. So aside sa router, napod tayo router. A router is a network device that combines the features of a bridge. Gicombine niya ang bridge and then a router. It can operate at both the data link layer and network layer of the OSM model. A router can be used to connect networks that use different protocols or to route traffic between different networks based on the IP addresses of the devices on the networks. But right now, mas ginagamit gid si router other than the router. Okay? Si router, combination sa bridge and router ha, that's why B router or router. Okay? And then of course, the network media. So including po siya, no? This is a physical medium asa dapit mo agi atong data, which data transmitted on the computer network. It can be copper cable, fiber optic, or wireless signals. But right now, mas popular si fiber optic because pas-pas ang yung pag-transmit sa data. Of course, wireless, no? Ato ang mga phones connected to a wireless connection. Kaning mga cable, na magpataod kag internet, so na mga cables ana either ang gigamit is copper or fiber. But right now pag magpataod kag internet, ang mga plans kay may na sila fiber, no? With fiber na because paspas ang pag-transmit og data. Okay? And then a copper cable is the most common type of a network. So it is relatively inexpensive and easy to install. And there are two main types of copper cable. We have twisted pair and coaxial cable. So twisted pair is the most common type. It consists of two wires that are twisted together to reduce interference. And then twisted pair is available into two categories. We have unshielded twisted pair, unshielded twisted pair, and unshielded twisted pair. I mean shielded twisted pair. So UTP cable is the most common type of twisted pair cable and is typically used for home and small business networks. So STP cable is more expensive than UTP cable, but it provides better protection against interference. And then coaxial, inana niyang itsura. So it is a type of copper cable that consists of a central conductor surrounded by an insulating layer and braided shield. So coaxial cable is more expensive and difficult to install than twisted pair cable, but it can carry more data and less susceptible to interference. Coaxial cable is commonly used for cable TV and broadband internet connection. So siguro if kato mga old TVs bitaw sa una tapos saksakan og antina, ingon ani ang yaang antina nga isaksak sa likod sa TV. I don't know kung nakasapon pa mo ano na wala na siguro, but broadband internet connection also uses this one. Okay? And then the fiber optics, this one is common gapon karon. Okay? This is a type of cable that uses light to transmit data. It is the fastest type of network media and is often used for high-speed networks such as long-distance networks and backbone networks. And fiber optic cable is more expensive than copper cable, but it offers a number of advantages including speed, distance, security. So for the speed, fiber optic cable can transmit data at much higher speeds than copper cable. And distance, fiber optic cable can transmit data over much longer distance than copper cable without signal degradation. And then security, fiber optic cable is more difficult to tap into than copper cable, making it more secure. And then, of course, wireless. Wireless network media uses radio waves to transmit data. So this type of media is convenient because it does not require any cables, and wireless networks are commonly used in homes, businesses, and public places. So we have Wi-Fi and then Bluetooth. No, those are the two main types of wireless media. Wi-Fi is wireless networking technology that uses radio waves to transmit data between devices. This is a common type of wireless networking technology and is used in wide variety of applications, including your home networking, business networking, and public Wi-Fi hotspots. So it is common misconception that the term Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. However, Wi-Fi is just a trademark phrase that refers to IEEE S02.11x standards. Okay, wala gid siya meaning gid ba nga? Wireless fidelity ba na siya? Wala gid siya gikuanan. It is just a trademark uh, phrase. Okay? And we also have Bluetooth. It's a wireless networking technology that uses short-range radio waves to transmit data between devices and is commonly used for connecting devices such as smartphones, tablets, and wireless headphones. So kailan naman tag Wi-Fi and then Bluetooth. Okay? And the next is we have these different softwares. So the software components of a computer network are the programs that allow the network devices to communicate each other and exchange data. So we have this first, we have Network Operating System or NOS. The NOS is the software that runs on the server on the network. It manages the network resources and provides services to the clients. And then in order for the networks to communicate, at ginatawag ng different protocols. So network protocols are the rules and procedures that govern how devices on the network communicate with each other. So some common network protocols, we have TCP/IP, HTTP, and FTP. Okay, wala na kayo, dili na kayo ta mag-go deeper, pero muna siyang different protocols when the devices are communicating. Okay, na yung mga rules. And we have network applications. These are the programs that run on the computers on the network and allow users to access and use network resources. So some common network applications include web browsers, your emails, file sharing programs, etc. nga naka-install sa imong computer or imong mobile device. And then for the types of computer networks, we're going to discuss that on the next video.